There are people among us living with the pain and embarrassment of a skin condition that is out of their control. That skin condition is called hidradenitis suppurativa. To the mightystaff.com, it stated it's better known as HS. It's affected between 1 and 4% of people globally. It's more effective in women than in men, and between the ages of 20 and 30 years old. I am part of that 1%, so I can tell you personally how it is dealing with HS. Hope to define hidradenitis suppurativa, discuss how it affects our quality of life, and discuss ways to get our life back dealing with this disease. Now, what is HS? Thanks to Jennifer Hewson and John Paul, MD at Medical News Today, HS from them is defined as a chronic skin condition that involves blocked hair follicles. The blocked hair follicles causes small, inflamed, painful nodules to form that becomes large, swollen, and tender to the touch. The nodules eventually rupture, leaking a foul-smelling pus or liquid, which I agree is all true, as I have personally dealt with that. This condition is often misdiagnosed as acne, folliculitis, cysts, and boils. The areas that it involved and the flares develop where the skin folds or causes friction. The groin, the underarms, the upper thighs, the breast, the buttocks, and understomach folds. It's 3 stages of HS. These stages are referred to as the Hurley stages. The first stage is mild with few and small pimple-like sores, which is this stage here. The second stage is more than one sore of an affected area and have scarring and sinus tracts, which is here, and it's starting to bleed more inflamed, and you can see more of it up there. The third stage is reoccurring, widespread, rupturing boils and foul-smelling odor, which is here, and that is what I deal with. I am at stage 3. This is not an STD. You cannot catch it. This is not contagious. This is nothing you can give to someone. This is individually. It affects people in their own individual ways, but the symptoms are almost the same. You cannot catch it from somebody. You cannot give it to anyone. How does this affect our quality of life? Thanks to the American Academy of Dermatology Association, HS, people who suffer from HS often suffers from depression, anxiety, and that is also to be true with myself. Things simple as walking, sitting, hugging, and reaching are all things that is so simple that we take for granted, because people that suffer from HS, and it's a very, when they have very severe outbreaks, these simple things, walking, sitting, hugging, reaching, are the worst things to do because the pain is unbearable. Abscesses can rupture at any time, leaving a foul-smelling pus or liquid. This is embarrassment at work or public. I can be at work, at my desk, I will have relief from that pain, and if I have relief from that pain, that means I'm leaking. And if I'm leaking, I smell it. If I smell it, I know they can smell it. It's a strong odor, and it's embarrassing, and it makes me want to leave work. It's something that you do not want to deal with in public, and it really takes a mental toll on you. If it is left untreated, it can cause skin cancer. Intimacy can be difficult because you don't want to be with your partner, and you know you're having flare-ups, or you're leaking, or you are in pain, and it can be difficult for you and your partner because you don't want to be intimate, and it can cause friction between the relationship. Going around others, as stated before, can be difficult because you don't want to have to explain what is wrong with you or what's going on. That leads to isolation. Now, how can we take our power back? Talk to a dermatologist. Get diagnosed. Let them know what's going on. Make sure that you are upfront. about your symptoms. Change your eating habits. Dairy, sugary foods, bruises, they are all linked to our flare-ups. Exercise, maintain a healthy weight or get to a healthy weight. Exercise and obesity is one of the one things that is triggered to our flare-ups. Obesity and smoking and ethnicity are all linked to our flare-ups. Exercise, get to a healthy weight or maintain a healthy weight. Create a skincare routine. Use antibacterial soap in your affected areas. Clean it every day. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Also, find a support group. They are out here. People are definitely dealing with the same thing that you are dealing with. You do not have to be by yourself. You do not have to do this alone. You can find a support group and you will have those people and that support that you need to become a better you and have a better mind frame of this disease that we deal with. In this conclusion, I hope I was able to describe what hidradenitis suppurativa was. I hope I gave you a clear idea of how it affects our quality of life. And I hope I gave you the resources that you need to make sure that you can get back to living your life with HS. Here's a diagram, and I hope you can read it and understand what's going on. I want to thank you. And before we leave, you are not alone. Thank you. Any questions?